members, we're back now again with the technique of the week. Got some great feedback from the last video that we just did. One of the key things that came up was everyone was asking if I could just do this in the air just to show the pattern. Right, so this week we're working on the Mace of Aggression. Right, the opponent is doing a front two hand grab pulling in. Happen to be standing with my dominant leg forward, both hands reference point for hammering. Opponent grabs, pin the hand, stepping forward, hammer into the bridge of the nose. Okay, now I'm going to come down on his arm and use that sort of as a tethering effect so that I pull him back into me and I have control, thrusting the elbow into the head, passing through to the reference point for whipping outward. Ideally, I probably will hit the sternum area or something like that because the head again has been knocked away. If he should rebound back in, I can take and hit him in the head and then moving away. So again, from this angle, pinning, launching forward, hammering to the bridge of the nose, coming down into the arm, thrusting to the head, passing by, whipping into the sternum, and getting away. Okay, so here's Todd. So again, I'm going to be standing here, he's grabbing, pulling in, and he's striking in, coming down, elbowing into the head, whipping to the sternum, getting away. So from this angle, so we're here, he grabs and pulls, bang, hitting into him, coming down, striking, coming through, whipping out, and getting away. Okay, so that's the Mace of Aggression. So let's look at some of the related patterns. Now one of the simple ones is, he grabs, maybe I didn't have both hands at the reference point for hammering. And here he grabs, I pin, stepping forward, striking into the solar plexus because my hand was at the reference point for thrusting, coming around, hammering. Now I might, because of the two strikes, lose this action right here with that hand sword, launching in. Now I have a sandwiching elbow. You can see with the recognizable pattern that I could come in, hit, strike, elbow, whip, and then get away. So you can see the same recognizable pattern. We'll do it again from this angle. Grab, striking, hitting, whip, sandwich, or I could come in, strike, hit, whip, out, whip, and then back out. Okay? Now, another kind of option to this one that I use a lot is he grabs, he pulls in, and maybe I didn't catch him quite as well as I'd like to, and I really thrusted that uppercut, and I caught him more in the sternum. So now I'm kind of deep on this guy, and I could come around, but then I'm not really going to be able to hit here. So now I'm just going to clear out this way, and then coming in. Or again, I could stay with that same Mace of Aggression pattern, hit this way here, catch it, and then catch, and get away. Okay? Alright. This way. Okay. Now, the opponent is coming in with one hand. So let's say he grabs with one hand. Well, there's my action, but there's nothing really here for me to tether. I could slightly tether on this one and maybe work that in. Or if I miss it, well, I have all of this here, and you can see there's that trigger to loop pattern, which again we work that against the push. If he's pushing, I drive that in, catch him, hit, catch, strike, and get away. Okay? Alright, now you'll recognize how this inward-outward pattern starts to develop, and we can use that in other techniques. So we'll use like that flashing wings pattern. He's coming in, he's shooting that right punch. I step in, blocking that with the hammering inward, thrust that elbow, go through. There's my target right there. Then what I learned Reiki Mace, sorry, excuse me. That I have this follow through, well, I could just follow through right here. Okay? So again, he's coming in, one, strike, whip, and there's that action right there. Okay? Now, you'll see that we can use this, he's going to grab this club. We can use this same kind of pattern and the same idea of the thrusting inward and the whipping outward elbow. We might use it this slightly different. So you can see where flashing wings could kind of relate into what's called the circling the storm. So I'm here, I hit him, well now maybe I go through, or maybe there's another opponent over here that I scare away, then I come back and I catch him with the whipping elbow. I'm going to see an opposite elbow. So again, is over here. Okay? So he's coming in, catch it, thrust, pass through, catch. Okay? Alright, so there's our technique of the week. We're starting with Mace of Aggression. Gives you something to train with. See you on the mat.